Hi there, I'm Greg Phipps, and welcome to another episode of the Young Cinephiles. I'm the person that's going to be talking this whole episode, Greg Phipps. Today we'll be discussing the 10 reasons why I didn't like the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So here we go! Number 1. The first reason why I didn't like the Lord of the Rings trilogy is because it was fucking 9 hours long. But Greg, it's a trilogy, it's 3 movies, obviously it's going to be long. Yeah, well, you see, the problem with that is that it's 3 movies, which means they're all 3 hours long, which totally makes 9 hours long. The first 2 movies, The Fellowship of the Ring and The Two Towers, are 3 hours each. Return of the King, however, is 3 hours and 20 minutes, which, if you add up, it makes a total of 9 hours and 20 minutes, which is too long. It's too long for a movie trilogy. Like Back to the Future, you get the entire story. It's so much story in 3 movies, and you fit it down into 6 hours, and that's fine. But Lord of the Rings is like so kind of, it's an okay amount of story, and it took 9 and almost a half hours to get it out there. Seriously, that's too much. It's too long and unnecessary. It's too much. It is. Number 2. Secondly, the story was, it was too long, really, because, okay, people have, they've criticized me for saying that this is my only belief, but these movies, it's just people walking to a volcano. That's all it is. And I know you're going to say that, oh no, but Greg, it's an epic tale, an adventure. Shut the hell up, okay? This is my review, not yours. It's just too much. It was 3 movies of people walking to a volcano and dropping a ring in it, and that's it. And they weren't even doing it for an actual reason. They were just like, what's gonna happen if we don't destroy the ring? They're like, oh, that evil guy, that evil eye thing sitting up in that tower, he's gonna kill you. And they're like, really? That doesn't sound that bad. And he's like, whatever, just to go destroy the ring. He's like, hey, it's bind on first pickup, and you're gonna be obsessed with it until you destroy it. And he's like, well, okay, I'll go. And he's like, see, you volunteered. You can't say that you didn't volunteer. And he's like, okay, whatever. Let's just go. Is it just gonna be you and me, Gandalf? He's like, no, you got these other gay hobbits and Sam, your boyfriend. He's like, see, that's not my boyfriend. He's like, whatever. Just pretend to be boyfriend and boyfriend until you get there. He's like, fine. And then there was a whole bunch of unnecessary battles, and that dude with the long hair falling in love with that blonde chick, and I just didn't understand it. I mean, I understood it. I just don't understand why it was so fucking long. Numero 3. Thirdly, Sam, too fat. Too fat to be a hobbit. But you know what they say, short people are always fat. That no one says that. No one does. No one says that. But seriously, come on. Could Sam have been, like, skinny, so we could have just, like, not had that be, like, a factor? Or fucking Gollum's just sitting there going, you're such a fat hobbit. And he's like, dude, shut up, I get it. I have a weight problem, okay? Just stop throwing away the food. I need to fucking eat it. Because I'm fat. Yeah, I get it, I'm fat. But come on, I need to eat the food. Stop throwing it off the cliff. That's annoying. God. And it doesn't help. You're just sitting there. You have to defend him. He's like, hey, he's not fat. And then you get to the end of the third movie, and I just hated everything. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, he's fat. Okay, let's just get it out there. Elephant in the room. No pun intended. Sam is fucking fat. Numero 4. Fourthly, Gollum was a giant asshole. Seriously. I understand that's the point of his character, but it just got annoying at times. Like, too much being an asshole. Even people that are obsessed with doing anal were like, damn, that's too much asshole. But seriously, the thing with Gollum is the only reason that his character really even is important to the story is that he tells Sam and Frodo that they can't just walk into Mordor. They have to go around and go through a secret tunnel and fight like a couple of little girls. And they were just like, do we really have to do that? He's like, yeah, because we have a lot of money to spend on this movie, so we gotta do something that might be interesting to the audience. And he's like, fine, let's just go. And then, like, the whole time, Gollum, like I said earlier, he just called Sam fat. And really, he just kissed up to freaking Frodo, and, like, he was just had, like, a split personality, and he was just too weird and too, like, dickish to even be alive, or a thing, or whatever. Was he, like, a hobbit? I'm not sure. But whatever he was, I wanted to kill him, and I was finally glad whenever he was dead. Like, he's like, ooh, I got the ring. Oh, look, lava. His stupid little catchphrase, my precious. it doesn't even deserve to be a catchphrase. It just deserved to be that one little stupid thing he said in the movie. And then Peter Jackson, because you know, right there now they're making The Hobbit, which is a prequel to these movies, which we'll get onto later. Peter Jackson, like in the Hobbit trailer, there's like the very last line of the trailer is "My precious," and everyone's like, "Yay!" Except, well, all the fanboys said "Yay," but everyone else that was like okay with the films or didn't like the films was just like, "Shut up! No, that can't happen." So yeah, Gollum, I wanted him to die. And like, what was that whole thing with him taking the breadcrumbs and putting them on Sam's jacket? I mean, fuck you, right? 5. Fifthly, Gandalf was kind of a dick. Like he was. Like he didn't even try to help out Frodo and Sam. Like he just stood there the whole time and he's like, I'm a wizard. And I have a giant freaking bird thing. I could fly and go find them and, you know, fly them over to Mordor and drop the ring in. But, you know, that would be too, you know, logistical. So I'm not going to do that. And seriously, he didn't even try to freaking save them. He's just like, hey, they're on their own. This is their quest. You know, let them do their thing. And they're like, dude, seriously, they're hobbits. What do they know? They don't know anything but, like, drinking beer and doing whatever they did in the Shire, which I'm not even actually sure what they did in the Shire. He even has the audacity, at the beginning of the first movie, to show up late. And he's like, you're late. And he's like, a wizard shows up exactly when he means to. And he's like, I don't care, you're still late. Jesus Christ, Gandalf, you're a dick. 6. Sixthly, Merry and Pippin were gay. No, but you don't get it. They're friends, Greg. They're like kind of like how you have a friendship with another guy, you know? Sometimes you argue and sometimes you get along. But they had to fight because they were very stressed out because they were in a very... Shut up. Seriously. They were gay, okay? Let's not deny anything about it. Okay? Did you see any of them get married at the end of the third movie? No. All they did was have lovers' quarrels the entire trilogy. That's all they did. And it got too annoying after a while. It was like, Jesus Christ, why don't you guys just fucking get it over with, you know? Just start... You know, just one of those... Just do something gay. And just make me feel like I actually accomplished something by watching these movies, by going, I bet you those guys are going to hook up by the end of the third movie. Oh, yep, they did. But no, they never did. All they did was just be gay the whole time and just make me hate them so much. Not because they're gay, but I just hated them because I never did anything about them being gay. 7. Seventhly, as I mentioned in the first point, the third movie would not end. It had 47 different endings. Like, seriously, the movie could have just ended... Right, with like, they drop the ring in the volcano, and then Gandalf picks him up, and they go, and then Frodo wakes up in the coma, or whatever the stupid fucking thing was, and then they're all like, yay, Frodo's alive, yay, and then Sam leans in the door, gives him the gay look, and he's like, yeah, we did that, we did that, that was awesome, and he's like, yeah, totally, man, I know, right? And then, you know, they live happily ever after, right? Nope, okay, so we gotta have 20 other endings, right? So we gotta talk to Bilbo, you know, we gotta write the book, The Lord of the Rings, make it all cheesy and everything, and Sam's gotta get married, the Viggo Mortensen dude gotta get married too, and then they give medals and shit to the hobbits for being awesome or something, and then Frodo gets on a boat and goes somewhere, and then Sam lives happily ever after, and it was like, dude, come on, just get to the point. Seriously, you could've just ended in that room, Frodo laying in the bed, everyone's happy, okay? We don't need a whole fucking epilogue that's 20 minutes long. Epilogues at most should be like 2 or 3 minutes. Not 30 minutes. Come on. 8. First of all, a budget for these movies is a lot of money, because they used a lot of special effects that nobody needed. Like those battle scenes where they're fighting the elephants. Who cares about that? Seriously. The elephants are not important to the story. You know, at the end of the movie... Like, no one was like, oh, we're so glad that Frodo and Sam were able to drop the ring in the volcano. And if we hadn't defeated those 11 fucking giant elephants, they wouldn't have been able to do that. And it's like, oh, okay, well, that's a good thing, right? We saved them, you know, we saved Middle-earth because we allowed them to destroy the rings, the ring, you know, because we defeated the elephants. And it's like, dude, there's no need for the elephants, there's no need for all the pointless battle scenes that use so much money and so much visual effects and so much time. I mean, I understood that it made Oscars, but, like, come on, no one needs that. No one needs that. It's unnecessary. It's just in there so that the viewer is just like, wow, there's a lot of good special effects in these movies. That's another reason to like it. But it's another reason for me to hate it, I'll tell you. 9. Ninthly, The Twin Towers. Yeah, second movie. Pointless. Pointless as a rock on... I don't know where I was going with that metaphor. But seriously, there's no point to that movie. Like, the first movie, they get the ring, they go, and then the guys get killed, and Really, the only thing that happens in that movie is they run into Gollum and then they take him and go to, you know, to the volcano. Good. Get rid of the whole second movie, take that plot line, put it at the beginning of the third movie. There you go. Seriously, the second movie, there's no point to it. It has no beginning, it has no end. It just goes on into the second, the first and the third movies. It's just the thing in between. There's no point. Just get rid of it. No one watches that and thinks, wow, this is the best one. Seriously, I really wish that they would have made this one longer than the other two in the extended editions. Oh my god. 10. And the 10th reason is that it was too overhyped for me. Like, seriously, people were like, oh my gosh, these movies are so great. They're awesome, you gotta watch them. So I was like, okay, fine, okay, I will. It's, you know, whatever. This is before the first one. Didn't know anything. So I sat down, watched the first one, I'm just like, okay, so they're walking. Okay, they're on a volcano. That's cool. You know, they formed the Fellowship of the Ring. You know, that's where the movie got its name. You know, they're gonna go to Mordor and destroy the ring. You know, I don't know why it's gonna take 2 other movies. But, yeah, let's just, okay. So they're walking. Still walking. They're still walking. Oh, look, a giant monster in a cave. Oh, Gandalf's dead. Oh, that sucks. They're still walking. Still walking. Battle scene, no! Nope. Nope, they keep walking. Movie's over. What? Like, they didn't even get any closer to Mordor. What the hell? And so I told this to my friends. I'm like, dude, that movie was so stupid. You telling me I gotta watch 2 more of those? They're like, yeah, it sucks, I know. But, you know, just, you know, that's what happens. You gotta watch the other 2. And it's like, oh my god. I feel like this is a baby that I don't want to have. If that's a metaphor that you can understand. Like, it's too much work for me, and I really don't give a shit, and just, it's too much. I don't want to have that baby. And every time I try to tell these points to my friends, they don't believe me. You know, they're always just like, oh no, but The Lord of the Rings so great, Oscars, oh, big achievement, blah, 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 blah. Shut up, okay? You gotta break it down. Okay, you can't just say that as a whole. You can't just scratch the surface of what it achieved. Great, that's awesome. You know, it got so many awards because so many dumbass people in this world thought it was great. But I didn't think it was good. Okay? But they apparently don't understand that I have an opinion. Which is one thing about this world that I do not understand why it happens. But yeah, I don't know. All I know is, you know, these movies, just too many fans, too much hype. I guess that kind of ruined the movies for me, or not, you know, whatever. So yeah, that's the 10 reasons why I didn't like The Lord of the Rings. If you disagree with my opinion, number 1, go fuck yourself. Number 2, if you feel like expressing your opinion, write it in the comments below, because I'm sure you're gonna have to, because that's how the world works. People can't have, you know, something nice without expressing their opinion, which is kind of what I just did, but, you know, this is how Flame Wars get started. Someone starts talking shit about something someone else likes, and it just goes back and forth, and yeah. So yeah, that's about it for this episode of The Young Cinephiles. Tune back in next week whenever I talk about something else. I'm not really sure what it is. Maybe I'll review a movie. Maybe I'll bash another movie. Who knows? See y'all next week. Bye.